Welcome back to another one of these NHL videos where we are going to be breaking down every single NHL team's round by round picks between now until NHL draft day, and we are on day 2, the second overall pick, at least in the first round, the Anaheim Ducks. Now, I know that there was some controversy in the NHL draft lottery where it could have been Anaheim Ducks versus Chicago Blackhawks versus a lot of these other teams. Ultimately, it was the Chicago Blackhawks, so we're just going to move on from there. We're going to be talking about the Anaheim Ducks. So in this video, we're just going to be breaking down what are the Anaheim Ducks draft picks this year, what do they have that is their own, what did they trade away, what did they gain in return, who did they gain as well, all these little pieces that were a part of those trades. If you like this video, please hit like, please hit subscribe as well. I'll be posting a video between now until NHL draft day, and it will break down each individual team. So wait for your team to come up in NHL draft order for however the order is right now. So now let's go on to the Anaheim Ducks. So in the Anaheim Ducks draft picks for this year, first through sixth round, they have their own, plus a second round for the Boston Bruins, the Colorado Avalanche, plus a third round from the Minnesota Wild, and then they traded away their seventh round pick. So then now let's break down each of these individual picks for the Anaheim Ducks. First, let's start off in the second round where they made a trade with the Boston Bruins back on March 19th of 2022, where the Bruins gained Hampus Lindholm at 50% of his contract salary, plus Cody Curran, whereas the Ducks gained John Morin, plus Uri Vaakanainen, plus a 2022 first round pick and a 2023 second round pick, along with a 2024 second round pick. So now let's break down the individual pieces from this trade. Boston Bruins receiving Hampus Lindholm, first round pick, 6th overall, left-handed defenseman in 2012 by the Anaheim Ducks. Ducks played 9 years, 581 games, scored 57 goals, 164 assists. With the Boston Bruins, 2 years, 90 games, 10 goals, 48 assists. Cody Curran was undrafted and signed with the Ducks back in 2020 at the age of 29, has mostly played in the KHL. Who knows if we're going to see him in the NHL anytime soon. Maybe we'll get a free game here or there, but at the time being is probably a non-factor. John Moore, on the other hand, in total in the NHL, because he's kind of bounced around here and there from team to team, played 544 total NHL games, scored 38 goals, but had 80 assists. 2 days after this pick, however, the Ducks tried to trade Moore as well as Ryan Kesler to the Golden Knights, except that Evgeny Dodonov had a no trade clause that apparently the Golden Knights didn't really know about. John Moore, however, did stay with the Ducks, and honestly, that's kind of the last we ever really heard of him. He hasn't really played much since then, so we won't really know. The other piece of this trade, Uro Vaakanainen, first round, 18th overall for the Boston Bruins back in 2017, played 4 years with the Bruins, 31 games, hasn't scored a goal with them, 6 assists. With the Ducks, 2 years, 37 games, again, still is looking for that first goal in his NHL career, still hasn't scored a goal yet, 4 assists with the Ducks. And with that 2022 first round pick, the Anaheim Ducks selected Nathan Goucher, which in the QMJHL has played 4 years, played just shy of 199 games, 80 goals, 78 assists for 158 points, and we will probably see him in the NHL soon. Now let's move on to that second piece in the second round where the Anaheim Ducks made a trade with the Colorado Avalanche back on March 14th, 2022, where the Avalanche acquired Jason Mason, also at 50% of his contract, and the Anaheim Ducks received Drew Hellenson, the signing rights to him, plus a 2023 second round pick. Now let's break down the pieces of this trade. Colorado Avalanche received Josh Mason at 50% of his contract salary, drafted 6th overall by the Ducks back in 2011. 8 years with the Ducks, played 453 games, had 26 goals and 87 assists. Colorado Avalanche played 2 years, 49 games, 4 goals, 13 assists. Got actually the second man assist on Lekkonen's game-winning goal for the Colorado Avs in 2022 to win that Stanley Cup. So for them, this trade is done. They got there what they needed. And on the other hand, Anaheim Ducks received the signing rights to Drew Hellenson, who was a second-round draft pick back in 2019 by the Colorado Avalanche. He did mostly stay with Boston College at that time, 3 years, 82 games, 9 goals, 37 assists, and is now currently playing with the San Diego Gulls, an AHL affiliate of the Anaheim Ducks, 2 years, 82 games, 5 goals, 15 assists, but is ranking up on quite a bit of penalty minutes, 59 penalty minutes so far. We don't know. Maybe he will be called up with the Anaheim Ducks in the NHL. We don't know right now, but probably looking at their rebuild, probably we will be expecting him either within the next season or two. And now let's move on to the third round, where the Anaheim Ducks made a trade with Minnesota Wild back on March 19th of 2022, where the Minnesota Wild received Nicholas Deslauriers, as well as the Anaheim Ducks receiving a 2023 third round draft pick. Nicholas Deslauriers was drafted in the third round in 2009 by the Los Angeles Kings. From there, he has bounced around between the Sabres, Canadiens, Ducks, to the Wild in this trade, and then on to the Flyers. With the Ducks, he played 3 years, 169 games, 17 goals, 16 assists for 235 penalty minutes. And then with the Minnesota Wild, 1 year, just 20 games, 3 goals, 23 penalty minutes. He was a free agency signing with the Flyers for a 4-year deal, so is actually currently with the Flyers right now. Has played 80 games, 12 points, 136 penalty minutes. So this was a person that was just looking for those penalty minutes. So at least as of right now, we can probably safely assume the Ducks have won this trade just because he just played 1 year, not even a year, played like a quarter of a year with the Minnesota Wild. So we will see what the Ducks get out of this third round pick in the future. And now on to the last trade that the Anaheim Ducks made for this year's draft picks, where the Anaheim Ducks made a trade with the Tampa Bay Lightning on March 24th, 2021, where the Lightning acquired Antoine Morand plus a 2023 7th round pick, whereas the Ducks acquired Alexander Volkov. So the Tampa Bay Lightning acquiring Antoine Morand was actually a second round pick by the Ducks back in 2017, has played a bunch of AHL games both with the San Diego Gulls and Syracuse Crunch, a total of 138 games between the two of them, has scored 44 points. He was actually then traded to the San Jose Sharks in exchange for goaltender Alexei Melnichuk. With the San Jose Barracuda, played 14 games, 4 points, and is now in the Finnish leagues playing 59 games, 26 points. So very doubtful that he is going to be back in the NHL, maybe for a game or two, but this was just more of a let's get a 7th round pick kind of a trade. Anaheim Ducks, on the other hand, Alexander Volkov was also a second round pick by the Tampa Bay Lightning in 2017, humorously enough. Played with the Syracuse Crunch 195 games, 55 goals, 68 assists for 123 points. In the NHL has experienced 46 games, 14 points. Currently in the KHL, 58 games, 14 goals, 11 assists. So ultimately, we're just going to be looking, what did the Tampa Bay Lightning get for that 7th round pick? And overall, that's what we have for the Anaheim Ducks. All these picks, they have their picks from 1st to 6th round, trade away their 7th round, gained 2 picks in the 2nd round, plus a 3rd round pick for assurance. We don't know what else is going to happen come draft day. Maybe they make some other picks. Maybe they gain some other picks here and there. We won't know until that day comes. But let me know down below, who won these trades? Did the Anaheim Ducks win? Did the Lightning win? Wild, Bruins, Avalanche? Who won it? Was this draft lottery rigged? Should have Connor Bedard gone to the Anaheim Ducks? who knows? But what a future he's probably going to be having. In the meantime, please hit like, please hit subscribe, please keep washing those hands. And until next time, I will see you there. Please stay safe and please stay healthy.